It's been 13 years since I was last here. A lot has changed in 13 years, you can probably tell. And recently everything has just changed again. For those who don't know me, hi, my name's Mia, and I'm in progress. The thing about moving is that you often have these grand plans. I was going to explore, do something social, make a friend, all kinds of exciting things. I realised that before I could do any of that, I had to make my flat feel like home. And before I set off in any direction, I needed somewhere solid to come back to. Realistically, I spent far too much time waiting for Amazon deliveries, studying, playing games, and watching K-dramas. But I think when you've been through a lot, it's okay to just take time and reset. I'm learning to give myself that kindness. Something I find both terrifying and exciting in equal measures is what will be different. Not the things you'd expect, new places, new scenery, new roads, but the little things. When I last moved, which was moving to Scotland for the first time, one of my first reactions was, why does every takeaway restaurant serve pakora? I saw it in a sushi restaurant once. Just no explanation. I do not understand. If anyone does know, please leave it in the comments. That would be amazing. So, what am I going to discover here? What is Dundee's pakora moment? So here I am, new flat, everything in boxes, and moved across. The last time I had to move, I had to get a 12-hour night bus across the country, which was as unfun as it sounds. So this was pretty chill. Whenever people would find out I was moving, they'd always say something like, "Oh, that must be so exciting for your kids." I'd have to explain that no, it was just me moving. And you'd see this kind of loading screen above their heads before the light bulb moment where they figured it out and then awkwardly trying to change the conversation, which might sound like the perfect setup to a trauma dump on my life, my divorce, and everything that's happened over the last 12 years. And you know what? There's probably quite a lot there, but that's not what I want this to be. I want to grow. I want to find out who I am now. A good friend of mine told me recently, "Mia, you always do really cool and you make it sound like you're not doing really cool." I thought about it and I realized that I used to do some really cool stuff. Going on tour across Europe, running my own business, running my own website. Those are all a significant part of my past. And I gave all that creativity up without even realizing it. I realized how much I miss it and that I really need to get it back. To channel one of my best friends and play devil's advocate, I did think, am I just getting older? Is it my job? I don't think it is. I'm really lucky to have my job. I think there are things that I just kind of stop myself doing completely unintentionally. And ultimately, those have become milestones, roadblocks in my life that I need to overcome in order to move forward. So we thought about what's helped me in the past. I realized the things that helped me the most in life are not profound statements, self-help books, or anything like that. It's the times that I've had real human connection, be it friends in real life or people online who share genuine versions of themselves. Strangely, I think more the latter than the former. I think the internet is such a powerful tool for human connection, and even though the days of forums and PHP are long gone, there was a connection there that was so important. If you are unfortunate enough to be old enough to know what, IRC was, the internet started on connection. I think it's so important, a thing that we can preserve. You know, there's more than social media, there's more than doom scrolling. One of the things I'm so lucky to get to do is to help people. And it made me think, how can I help people now? And I think the best thing that I can do is just to be honest, to be my genuine self. So that's what I want to share here. That's the journey that I'm going to go on, and the community that I'd love for you to be a part of. A new city, a new start. Can I make friends? Can I find something or somewhere that I belong? Can I stay indoors and make YouTube videos, which is perhaps completely the antithesis of the point? Who knows? If I do this, maybe it will help someone. Maybe it will help lots of people. I think either way, it will help me. So what next? Honestly, I have no idea. I need to settle here, and who knows what challenges that will bring. For now, thank you so much to all of you who've watched this far and listened to this little slice of my life. I'll see you next time.